and gentlemen, this is the absence of light, complete and total darkness.
Good morning, everyone, from San Antonio, Texas today. Right here behind me is the Scottish Rite Cathedral. Don't even really know what that's about, but that's not what I'm here to see. I'm basically like right in the heart of downtown San Antonio to check out the building that everyone comes here to see. So that's it back there. That's the Alamo. It's closed. I knew it was going to be closed when I got here, just as most things are right now due to the pandemic. I actually know a lot about the Alamo because I did like a school project on it back in 9th grade. I painted a big ceiling tile with the Alamo on it in like my freshman year of high school. So I know quite a lot about the Alamo just because of that. So now what? I don't really know what else to do. As you guys probably know, I'm not a huge city person, so I'm basically stopping at all of these cities around here just because, to see them, to see the people and the food and everything. But in reality, I would rather be out in nature somewhere, hiking or just chilling by a lake up in the mountains. I can't come to Texas though and not visit places like San Antonio. Well, that was the San Antonio Riverwalk, just like touristy spot, lots of cool restaurants like Rainforest Cafe and Bubba Gump's. If you like Forrest Gump, those places are always cool, have them in a bunch of different cities. The weather right now is beautiful in San Antonio, and I'm hoping it stays like this. It's not super humid right now, it's not blazing hot, but it is only, well, it is noon. So although a lot of this city is closed, at least I can say I saw it. The Alamo Riverwalk. Now let's head back to the van and find what the next stop is gonna be. Here we are. Well, Hurricane Hannah or Tropical Storm Hannah, whatever Texas has going on right now, it's finally hit Texas, just a little bit south of here and then over at the coast around Corpus Christi. Looks like it hit Texas and we are getting some rain from it here in San Antonio right now. Luckily, I have made it to a campground. I'm plugged in, so that 95-degree heat has now cooled off quite a lot because of the rain. Still got the AC pumping, but I was able to fill up with water, get the van all prepped for the trek northwest, which will probably be happening tomorrow morning. In the meantime, I did finish up a video on my tattoo, which I'm uploading right now. So many of you guys have been asking me for videos of my arm, so video number 1 of this whole process is uploading right now. You can check it out in the corner right up there because it's probably live already. And I think I'm going to cook some food now. I've been eating out quite a lot because I've just been like visiting people all the way through Texas, and now I finally have the time to chill out a bit. I actually picked up a new cover for my induction cooktop right here. It's a good idea to keep this thing covered because it's glass, and if anything falls out of here, which, okay, nothing's falling out right now, but if something heavy falls out of there, like a glass jar, and hits that, it could crack. So I picked this like rubber dish drying mat up at Walmart or Target, I forget where I got it. Slowly improving this thing little by little. I actually do have some big improvements planned once I get out west. You guys will have to wait to see what that is all about in a future video. I'm gonna cook some chicken, and I'm gonna try something new. I don't know how this is gonna work, but I really enjoy broccoli and cheese sauce. This stuff typically you would put in a microwave and it like steams up, but I'm going to try to just cook it in a pan. First thing we're gonna do is drink some Claw. Not a sponsor, should be a sponsor. I still have an open spot on the side of my van. So I'm just saying, White Claw, if you watch this for some reason and you're interested, there is space. Real sponsor though, Trayvax. I've been using this Trayvax Trek for everything from like making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to cutting up sausages. It is a really good kitchen prep knife, but also be good for like a Trek knife. It is a Trayvax Trek, so be good for backpacking and when you're actually out in the wilderness. Probably not gonna eat all this chicken, but I'm gonna make it all anyway. First thing I'm gonna do is season it. Do I want Dash or, this is probably more fitting, Montreal chicken seasoning. Start to heat up the pan just a little bit. I do wanna make sure this chicken is nice and dry. You don't want it to be all slimy when you throw it in. A little nonstick spray probably couldn't hurt. Yeah, it should be fine. What the hell am I doing here? Cooking show? Just watch this and I'll let you know how it tastes. Well, there we have it. Bunch of chicken, bunch of broccoli with cheese sauce. Yeah, that's pretty good. Chicken, tasty, easy, somewhat healthy. Gotta stop eating Texas barbecue while I'm down here. So please excuse me while I enjoy this dinner. Well, good morning everyone. Just like that, we are back on the road. It's a new day again for me. It's a Monday now, and I like to be a little bit more productive on Mondays than I am on Sundays. I did get a video edited and actually uploaded too. I sort of changed up my workflow. Not that any of you care, but I should be able to upload videos a little bit easier now on the road with limited Wi-Fi that I have. But anyway, right now I'm actually going to head north of San Antonio. I wasn't planning this at all, much like all of these videos, but I did find a little cave that we should be able to explore that seems to be open, or at least they open in about half an hour. It's about 8:30 now, got a 30-minute drive, and depending on how long we hang out here and film some stuff today, I might actually spend another night here in San Antonio. The more I look at my timeline, the more I realize that I only have one thing scheduled, and that is in San Diego, California, and it is in the end of September. So here's the map that I posted on Instagram. You guys should really be following me there for updates and everything. So I'd say that I'm on track, and I have roughly 2 months to do that entire loop there, up through Colorado and Wyoming, and then back down through Utah, Nevada. So I got a lot of time to kill, so to speak, but it's not killing time, it's enjoying traveling slowly and not being in a damn rush all the time. I'm hoping this cave isn't flooded from all of that rain yesterday. It looks like it cleared up a little bit. We might get some more in a little bit, but yeah, fingers crossed. Alright, I've made it to Cascade Caverns, which is what I found on the map. I didn't realize this is like an RV park as well, so maybe if it's cheap I'll just stay here tonight. Hopefully this place is open. Whoa, look at this. Reptar. Alright, just spoke to the people inside and they said due to safety reasons I can't just do the tour by myself or myself and a tour guide. We actually have to wait for more people to come. There's no one here, like at all. The first tour is in 30 minutes. It's scheduled to leave at around like 10 a.m. and then they take you in and show you everything. But there's no one here except for a few people out here on the campground. I did get a map of said campground and they told me that I'm welcome to spend the night. Obviously, they want business. So there are a million different campsites to pick from. I'm gonna go around here and I'm gonna show you guys like start to finish what I actually do to set up the van at a campground. All right, as you guys can imagine, Texas heat is brutal, so I'm gonna try to find a spot that has some form of shade, which doesn't look like many of them do, but there are some trees around here. Natural air shaft to the cavern. This whole area over here is super empty, but they're not full hookups. In reality, I don't really need full hookups. Let's see, F. You know what? I'm okay with just power. Ooh, am I gonna make it under that tree? I don't think I am. I don't know if I'll fit under that one though. Damn. What about just like right here? I think if I swing around this branch here, no, that's too tight, isn't it? Maybe around that way and then back in. Need to go out and then straight back to these. We'll make this work. All right, I think we're good here. It's a little tight with the trees, but there's absolutely no one around me, which is nice. Here we are at H6, just power hookups, 30 amp plug. That's all I need. I did find out the other day that I could run my power off of just a standard wall outlet like this. Let me actually show you guys. Power cord. Here is a dog bone adapter as well. I won't actually need to use this, but this will allow me to put a 30 amp plug like this into here and then plug it into a standard wall outlet. That will leave me a little bit limited on what I can do power-wise, but with 30, everything is good. First thing you want to do when plugging the van in, or a coach if you're an RV guy, you typically want to have a surge protector. I've talked about this before. And then if you look at the lights here, it will give you a little diagram to tell you what, if anything, is wrong with it. We got all green lights, which means power's on and everything is good. I've got a 25-foot cord, which actually came with my van. Bring this over here, pop that open. Make sure I tighten that up so keep it secure on there. And then you will notice there's a blue light on here. I just sort of push that down and I guess it keeps water off the plug. Now, since this is only a power hookup, that's really all we need to do. I could fill the tanks with water if I chose a site with water, and I could dump the tanks if I chose a site with sewer. But I know my water levels and tank levels are already good, so I really don't need to do any of that today. Now, when I come in here and check the wall, when plugging this thing in, the inverter does turn on, so I'm at 13.2 volts. You can also check the solar up here. That means that the solar panel is connected. Shows your battery status and everything. I was just plugged in last night because I was using the AC at the last campground, so everything is going to be good here and those batteries are going to be full. Now I'm going to close this up. That way we're not letting the somewhat cool air out. And I'm probably not going to be driving for the rest of the day, so seats forward. Spin them around. Just like that. I also have my table right here. Keep that closed with a little buckle. Pops up. It flips open. So that's seriously it. That's all I do when it comes to like getting the van ready. I can monitor everything going on here over on the wall. I could turn the electric water heater on if I wanted to. I've actually never used that because the SPAR system works way better. Tank levels, I got third a tank of fresh water and a third tank of gray. Battery levels are all good, both the chassis and the house battery. So that's pretty much it. That's all there is to it. I know tomorrow that I'm going to be staying at another campground. This next one is going to be super remote, but I do have full hookups there, so if you are interested, I can show you guys how I maintain all of the water tanks as well. It's pretty damn simple, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, someone has finally showed up to this place and the cave tour is going to start in about 5 minutes. So hopefully it's cool, hopefully you'll be able to see stuff. It's obviously going to be extremely dark and pretty cool in there. So check it out and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright guys, so that wraps up another pretty good day. That was Cascade Cavern, and now I'm parked right over top of the cavern. One of those shots there where you can see like the big whirlpool indents in the ceiling of the cave when the cave floods, which happens pretty frequently. That's basically what I'm parked over top of right now, which is kind of crazy to think about. Just about 65 feet below the sat van right now is the cavern that we were walking through earlier. Now tomorrow I am absolutely for sure going to be heading west, and it's going to be a long drive, but before I leave, something pretty interesting might be coming to the channel, so stay tuned for that. You may want to consider clicking subscribe if you're new here, because it's going to be pretty cool. I'll just leave it at that for today, so as always, thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you in the next one.